Morning to all. I would like to thank for giving this opportunity the chairman and the principal of St. Mother Teresa Engineering College. Also, I would like to thanks to head of the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Professor Ebenezer Praveen, and coordinator of this program, Professor Astino Attinde, Dr. Karthikeyan Regan. So today topic is energy conservation and utilization. So energy conservation is very important in this scenario. So we have to save energy and then we have to save the nation also. So today we are going to see about the what is the energy conservation. So how can we conserve the energy and what is the utilization, electrical energy utilization in India. Okay. Uh, so I am Manoharan from Tyagarajan College. So, what is the energy conservation? Energy conservation is the decision and the practice of using small amount of energy. For example, turning off the light, fans, when you leave the your office or in your home or in your industry. And another one example is unplugging the appliances when they are not in use. Okay, what is the need of energy conservation? The need is to minimize the global warming. The second one is to reduce your energy bills and to earn a great return on investment to maximize the profit in the organization. So see, this is the satellite picture of Earth at night. So in this figure, so this is the Africa. There is less quantity of brightness and the lights are very less. But in our India, it is very bright. So what is the meaning of this? We are the developing country. We are working in the night also. We are running more industries. So India is very bright. That means we use more energy in the night also. Okay. Now we are going to see about the world energy generation by the fuel sources in this year 2020 by coal. Coal means thermal energy 38.3 percentage, by gas 23 percentage, hydroelectrical energy 16.3 percentage, nuclear energy 10.2 percentage, solar, wind, geothermal and tidal renewable energy sources 6.6, by oil 3.3, the other sources like ocean energy 2.3 percentage. Okay. Now, what is the reserve in the global scenario? So, what is the coal global reserve? It is only 861 billion tons. So, what is the reserves to production ratio? It only coming up to 120 years at the present consumption rate. So, what about the oil global reserve? 1669 billion barrels are here. The reserve to production ratio is only 42 years. What about gas? The reserve to production ratio is only 60 years at the present consumption. What is the meaning of this resource to production ratio? So after 120 years, there is no coal in the world. After 42 years, there is no oil. After 60 years, there is no gas. So we have to save the fuel. We have to save the energy. So this is a global sharing of recoverable coal resources. The coal resources in United States 8%, Russia 18%, China 13%, Australia 9%, and our India only we are having 7%. So what about the oil reserve? The oil reserve 19%, the Middle East, Central and South America 20%, North America 13%, in Asia and only we are having the Asia 3% we are giving, but India we are having only 0.3% of oil reserve. So India is the fifth largest energy consumption. We are having low fuel, but consumption wise, we are in the fifth place after the US, China, Japan, Russia, and then we, our India. India has vast potential in the exploration sector. So we are having 46% coal, 34% oil, 20% combustible we are using now. It is a source-wise energy consumption. So estimated reserve of coal in India is very less, 319 billion ton only we are having. So estimated reserves of crude oil in India 595 million barrels, but in Tamil Nadu we are having only percentage. The estimated reserves of natural gas in India 30% in eastern offshore, western offshore 23%. Tamil Nadu only we are having 3%. Why we are now I saying about that? What is the reserve of gas, coal, and oil? It is very important. Why we are going to save the energy? So what is the reason? Reason mola solano. We have to wear the mask means what is the need to escape from corona? Like that. So what is in our reserve? Only we have to get the knowledge about the energy conservation. Okay. And this is the estimated potential of renewable power in India. We are producing the solar energy 68%, wind energy 28%, and other small hydropower, biomass, waste from energy is only 4%. But our demand is increasing year by year. So in gigawatts, every year it is going. Energy demand growth by the region, we need more energy than US and the European Union and Japan. Okay. Now we can see about the utilization of energy. Who are the consumer in the India? So in India, we are consuming 11,30,244 gigawatt hour. In this, industry using 42% of energy. Next one, domestic 24%, agriculture 18%, commercial 9%, traction 1%, other sectors 6%. We can see one by one. What is the domestic load? We know very well. What are the electrical appliances we are using in home? Washing machine, oven, fan, light, AC, refrigerator, iron box, water pump. So all are called as domestic load. The next one is the agricultural load. In agriculture, we are using the water pumps. Then industrial load. Industrial load maximum they are using the drives. So DC drive and AC drives they are using. And then they are using the most lights and fans. The commercial load means shopping mall, other jewelry shops like that. The commercial load, they are using more number of lights and ACs. For the decorative purpose, they are using more number of lights. The next one is the traction. What is the meaning of the traction? Traction means railway electrification. Now, our India, most of the trains run by the electrical. This electrical train. The electrical train, you see the photograph. A pantograph is fixed above the train. So it is a low friction conducting graphite mounted on the roof of the train. What is the use of this pantograph? It is used to collect power from overhead lines. So mostly 25 kVA AC system is used in Indian Railway. So from the overhead line, the power is collected through the pantograph and given to the engine. These are prone to great wear and tear, especially in very high speed trains. So 1.9 to 2% of Indian population daily using this Indian Railway. And then what is our deficit? Our big deficit and energy deficit is shown here. So every year it is increasing. Okay. Now, what is the need to save the energy? If you are not saving the energy, automatically petrol and diesel price hike. This is a corona period. We are using the less number of vehicles, but the petrol and diesel price are increasing daily. So automatically, if you are not saving the energy, the price will hike. Your energy bill, electricity bill also increasing. Now we are having less amount of fuel, petrol, diesel, coal. Okay, and then last point is shortage of energy. So due to the shortage of energy, power cut will automatically will occur in our area. So without power, you can't do anything. So this is the energy outlook. 17.5% of global population, we are consuming only 0.5% of petroleum reserve we are having, and 7% of world coal reserve we are having. So that is why we have to save the energy definitely. It is a compulsory. So the effect of energy conservation. If you are not saving the energy, what will go on? We can see one by one. The first one is the global warming. What is the global warming? Due to global warming, the Earth surface temperature will increase. It occurs when carbon dioxide and other air pollutants, greenhouse gases, collect in the atmosphere and absorb sunlight and solar radiation that have bounced off the Earth's surface. It can't escape. Normally, this radiation would escape into space, but these pollutants trap the heat and cause the planet to get hot and hotter. So automatically, the temperature will increase. So we are burning of fossil fuels. We are having the industries, the thermal energy, and the vehicles. We are using more coal, natural gas, and oil. From that, the carbon dioxide and other pollutants are coming. So these pollutants trap the heat to the earth. So that is why the heat will increase. We can see another one example for the global warming. In a car, you close all the windows. Now imagine now the car is in the sunlight. So automatically the temperature inside the car is increasing. If you are not opening the windshield, so the temperature of the car will increase. You can't burn. Okay. Okay. What is the that global warming is taking? Global warming இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்றோமே, அதுக்கு ஏதாவது ப்ரூஃப் இருக்கா அவங்ககிட்ட? ஏதாவது சொல்ல முடியுமா? So many examples are there. Now I will go over 5 examples. In Alaska, Portage Glacier melts faster and faster at the bottom. So shortening the glacier and reducing its mass. Ultimately, the melted water flows into streams and rivers and ends up the ocean. So automatically, the sea level will increase. The photograph of 1914 and then this is a Arctic in 1980 and 2012 photos. So due to the effect of global warming, air and water temperature is increasing to melts the ice and rising the sea level. This is Auroville. Auroville, the level of the water down and down. The photograph of 2011 and 2014. We can see such climate change in our Tamil Nadu and Indian rivers. They so melt down in the polar region. We can face a problem like flood, water crisis, drought. Okay, what can we do to help to solve this problem? By conserve the energy, you can solve this problem. You can escape from global warming, acid rain, snow meltdown, and sea level rise. What's being done now to reduce our emission? We can go to the renewable energy sources like wind energy and solar energy, and you can go for the electrical vehicle. Last week, Prime Minister inaugurated a solar power project, Madhya Pradesh, for 750 megawatts. This is Asia's largest solar power project, Reva, Madhya Pradesh. So like that, we have to increase the solar energy and wind energy power station. Okay. The second point is your electricity bill. The electricity bill or electricity cost or energy cost for the last 20 years automatically it is increasing. It is not decreasing. We can compare the energy cost with other countries. So after the Japan, we are paying more money in India. Why the cost is high? The reasons are we are importing the petroleum products. We are having low quality of coal. That is why we are importing coal from Indonesia and Australia. Okay. And the third important point is many state government are giving subsidies for the electricity bill. In our Tamil Nadu Danjatco give first 100 units there is no energy cost. For the first 100 units, we are not paying any money. So after the 100 units only, Kanjitco calculating and collecting the energy bill. And most agriculture consumers also getting the free electricity. So these are the reasons for the energy cost increasing. If you are using the 40 watts tube light in your home per year for 10 hours operation, the energy costs are around 900,000 rupees. If you are using the 60 watts filament bulb, it is come around 1,000 rupees. If you are using the AC 1.5 ton, it around 15,000. If you are using a ceiling fan for the 10-hour operation, you have to pay 1,100 to 1,200 rupees. So I think this is, students can easily understood the energy consumption of the electrical appliances you are using your home. Ceiling fan is 60 watts. So with the old regulator, it consumes 70 watts. Okay. If you are using the ceiling fan 10 hours, so the energy consumption is 0.6 units per day. If you are using the tube light for 7 hours, 40 watts tube light, the unit is 0.3. 1 unit means 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, 1000 watt hour is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is called as 1 unit. Refrigerator consumes 5 units per day. This is approximate only. If you are using the air conditioner, for example, 1500 watts capacity air conditioner, you can energy consumption is 9 to 10 units per day. TV, you can take 2 to 3 hours, consumes 0.5 units per day. Water heater for half an hour, the energy consumption is 1 unit per day. The water pump in the your home, 1 HB water pump, if we are running for the 2 hours means it takes 1.5 units per day. So these are the major energy consumptions in your home: AC, computers, fan, lighting, motors. Okay, and we can see how can we conserve energy in these devices. So in the ACs, we have to measure the performance of the AC always. You have to measure the supply air and return air always, and you measure for all ACs and compare with the air AC, and you can find out ACs. So prepare split air conditioner instead of window AC, and ensure proper functioning of thermostat. Thermostat is not working, your AC is running continuously, consuming more power. So insulate all walls and ceilings. Maintenance is very, very important. Maintain your AC at regular interval. Okay, and use the air container, the uh, big malls and showrooms. For our comfort, you can fix 24 degrees Celsius. It is enough in all climate. In summer, you can decrease by 1 or 2. If you increase the temperature for 18 or 16 degrees Celsius, your AC will running always. Your compressor will run always. So automatically power will increase. So energy cost also. So our recommendation to save energy in the air conditioner, avoid using of window air conditioner. You can go to the split air conditioner. Why window AC is avoided? The window AC consumes 1.5 times of power or current compared to split AC of the same capacity. They have poor efficiency with the high grill temperature, which makes them run longer, make cooler. And in India, R22 refrigerant gas is banned, which is used in the Windows 8. So sealing of air leakage in windows is very, very important, and air leakage in doors also very, very important. And in big mall and jewelry shop, air curtains are the thing. It is very, very important for the air leak. The next one is the computer system. We can use the online UPS and offline UPS. For the both UPS, you can switch it off when it is not using. Your computer is not using. You can switch off the both UPS. You are only switch off the computer, but the UPS is consuming energy. Okay, so take care about that UPS also. And nowadays, the CRT monitors are not available. We are going for the LCD monitor or the LCD monitor. If you are using a CRT monitor, you can go for the LED monitors. A computer that runs 24 hours a day, it consumes more power than the an energy efficient. If your computer must left on, turn off the monitor, this device alone uses more of the system's energy. So you can set the power saving mode in your computer, like monitor sleep mode in 3 minutes, and hard disk sleep mode in 10 minutes, and the processor sleep mode in 15 minutes. Okay, this is very, very important. You can set your laptop and computer, you can save more energy. And third one is ceiling fan utilization. Commercial area and domestic, we are using more fan and lights. So we can go for the energy efficient fan now available in the market. You can go for the energy efficient fan. The energy efficient fans are working based on the BLDC fan. So this is a DC fan, but you can connect directly in your AC connection. That AC is converted into DC by SMPS in the fan itself. Okay, don't worry about that power plug points. So you can go for the BLDC fan. And the next one is conventional regulators. You are using the some big size resistive type regulators, more energy. 10 watts, it consumes 10 watts approximately. So we can go for the electronic regulators. Automatically the power consumes. It consumes only 1 or 2 watts. Install exhaust fan at higher elevation. And maintenance is very, very important for the fans also. So select the correct size of fan, okay, and keep minimum distance from clearance from ceiling. And you can buy only 5-star or 3-star, 4-star rated fans only. The power consumption of this ceiling fan, BLDC ceiling fan, is only 28 watts up to 35 watts. Some companies 28 watts, some companies 30 watts, some companies 35 watts. So in regulator step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are available. Regulator step 1, the power consumption is very, very less, only up to 8 watts. In step 2, 14 watts. Step 3, about 20 watts. And step 4, 25 watts. And step 5, it consumes 30 watts. So you are running the conventional fan for 1 hour, 70 watts, it consumes power. Okay. But this BLDC fan, you can use the step 1 or 2, it consumes only 10 watts, for example. So you can use for 7 hours. So 1 hour conventional fan, energy consumption equal to 7 hours BLDC fan. You can reduce power consumption by 50 to 65%. Nowadays, all these BLDC having the remote. Therefore, the operation is very, very easy. So what are the companies available in market? I am saying only three here. Many companies are available. This is a super fan, and this is a gorilla, and the third one is OCECO. So all these fans are having the remote control. I will show one video. So this is a BLDC fan with the remote control having on and off button. Yeah, it is having the speed variation buttons also, regulator buttons also available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is here the timer option. You can fix the timer for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. So automatically it will go off. Okay, and it is having the turbo option also. If you need more speed after the speed 5, so you can use the turbo also. And in some fans also having LED lights also. So this remote is very useful for the old people. The bed itself you can operate and then switch on and switch off the. But the cost is somewhat higher than these conventional fans. The conventional fan is 1,500 means this fan is 2,800. But the energy cost is decreasing. So for this, we have to calculate the payback period of the ceiling fan. Now you are purchasing a fan 2,800. So we can calculate the payback period. Payback period means you are invest a cost on this fan or light, but you are getting the energy saving also. Okay, இந்த இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ண காசு வந்து எனர்ஜி சேவிங் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. எத்தனை நாள்ல நம்ம இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ண காசு வந்து நம்மளுக்கு திரும்பி கிடைக்கும் அப்படிங்கறது பேபேக். நான் ஒரு 2,800 கொடுத்து ஒரு ஃபேன் வாங்கினேன்னா எனக்கு எனர்ஜி சேவிங் ஆகுறது கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா தான் சேவ் ஆக போகுது. அப்ப அந்த எனர்ஜி சேவிங் எவ்வளவு, எத்தனை நாள்ல நான் செலவழிச்ச ரூபா எனக்கு எனர்ஜி காஸ்ட் மூலமா எனக்கு திரும்பி கிடைக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் பேபேக் பீரியட். Only 15 to 18 minutes you get the payback period for this ceiling fan. This is one example I am taking here. 100 numbers of 65 watts conventional ceiling fan, 60 watts fan plus 5 watts for regulator consumption. So 65 watts conventional ceiling fan in industry are replaced by 35 watts energy efficient fan to reduce the energy bill. The cost of the energy efficient fan is 2,800. Calculate the payback. Is the calculation. The power saving for the fan is 30 watts. 65 minus 35 watts equal to 30 watts. The energy saving per day is 30 watts. It is an industry, that is why we can take the consumption hour is 3 hours. So it will take 600 watt hour. Now we can calculate for a month. The energy saving per month is 600 watt hour into 30 days, 18 kilowatt hour. 18,000 watt hour and convert to 18 kilowatt hour, that is 18 units. Total energy saving for 100 number of fans, 18 into 100, 1800. What is the energy cost saving per month? The industry, the energy cost is high. Here I am taking 10 rupees per unit. So automatically 18,000 rupees energy cost saving. What is the investment? The investment is 2,800 into 100 of fans, 2,80,000. So the payback period is, we invest 2,080 lakhs. Our energy cost saving is 80,000 per month. So within the 15 months, we get back the money. So next one is the lighting. So in home and industries, we are using the filament lamp, fluorescent lamp, CFL lamp, and the LED lamps. So in the fluorescent lamp, the conventional tube light is 40 watts and 36 watts, but lumens per watt, that is a light output is somewhat less in the conventional tube light. The energy efficient tube light, that is a 5-star tube light, the light output is high comparing to the conventional light. So 90 lumens per watt per tube light we are getting. And we are using the 0 watts lamp in the most of the homes in bathroom and puja room. We can use as a night lamp. But mostly common people saying the word 0 watts lamp, but not like that. So it consumes 15 watts lamp, watts it is consuming. It's a filament light. The operating hours also very less compared to the LED light. So instead of 15 watts night lamp, you can use the LED lamps. It consumes less than 1 watt, 0.5 watts or 1 watt LED bulb is enough instead of 0 watts lamp. The light is very high comparing to the that 15 watts lamp. So you can change your night lamps by the LED lamps. And we are using the LED lamp in all the places. We can see one by one. It is the energy comparison with the incandescent lamp. The wattage is 40 watts, but our LED lamp, for example, we are taking 7 watts. Lumens per watt, that is called as efficacy. Efficacy is only 14 lumens per watts for the incandescent lamp, but the LED lamp 57 lumens per watt. So we are recommending use the LED lamp instead of CFL lamp. Nowadays in the electrical shop there is no CFL lamp available. Only they are selling the LED lamp. So use the LED tube light instead of conventional copper choke or electronic light, and use a mirror optic reflector and clean the lamps periodically. The color of the wall paint is very important. For the dark color, you can get the less illumination. Maximize the use the sunlight also. When you are using the LED instead of incandescent, you can save the coal also. Automatically, you can save the energy also. So why the LED using the little power? LEDs does not use the filament, where a conductor is heated and light is created. Filament-based lighting consumes more power than light produced. So LEDs produce very little amounts of heat and don't use the filament, making them are more efficient in consumption and output. The heat from the filament lamp leads to the global warming also. So that is why don't use the filament lamp, but go for the LED lamp. By these various semiconductor material, you are getting the various colors in the LED. Red, orange, yellow, green. This is a combination of the semiconductor material. Aluminum, gallium arsenide, aluminum arsenide phosphide, aluminum, gallium, indium phosphide, like that. For every color, we are having the combination for the LED light. So you can get all the colors in the LED. Now I will show some photos of the different types of lighting. This is the architecture lighting, the building facade, ornament decoration. We can use a LED tube light, and then in the offices we can use the highlight panels. So LED panels, the looking is very good. And the recess luminaries you can use in the offices. Suspended luminaries also you can use. This is a photograph of surface mounted luminaries. Downlights in the showrooms. We can get the 16 million colors from the LEDs. So if you need any color, if you want any color, you can produce and you can use it. So this is one of the advantage of LEDs. For the healthy light options, you can go for the LED lights. And in the LED street lights, now the most of the corporation using the LED street light because it consumes less power, 20 watts, 25 watts, 40 watts, 60 watts, 120 watts. Street lights are available. The street lights are consuming more power. Conventional street lights, 150 watts sodium or 250 watts, 50 watts sodium lights. Golden days. So the hours of consumption also high. Evening 6 p.m. to morning 6 a.m. The street lights are glowing. Therefore, nowadays we can rent to LED. So they are consuming more power. This is the industrial lighting photo. Commercial lightings. LED rope lights also available. You can use any places. You can use the LED ropes. And fiber optic illuminators also available for the decoration. The functions we can use this LED fiber optic illuminator. Flexible LED neon also available. The advertisement board we can use this flexible LED. And the color changing is easily. You can easily change the color. Any color you can change. You can use the wall washers for the dance show or any TV programs. You can use the wall washers. Any annual day functions, college day functions also you can use the wall washer. And you can use the landscape also for the pavement. You can use this LED lights or LED roof or LED neon lamps. This is a fiber optic hooks. For showcase lighting, you can use the LEDs. Outdoor lighting. Landscape lighting. Colleges, institutional lighting. The office lighting. So flood lighting also we can use by the LEDs. Flood lighting you can use at the airport, stadium, in all the places we can use the LED light. But how to choose a LED? It should be designed to achieve high energy saving. This is very, very important. And next one is it will give maximum light output. The third point is it should designed for varying ambient temperature, and it should have good heat dissipation mechanism. If it is not available, automatically the heat will increase or the tube light, it will damage the light itself. And maintain the junction temperature within the specified limit. This is also an important factor when we are choosing the LED. So what is the next step for the LED? What is the next step? We can go for the OLED. OLED means organic light emitting diode. We can use in the uh, plants and the cinema and TV shows. This organic light emitting diode is a LED in which the emissive electroluminescent layer is a film of organic compounds which emits lights in response to an electric current. This layer of organic semiconductor material is situated between the two electrodes. Now I will show uh, thanks to OLEdinfo.com for that video, and you can the OLED used in the mobile phone. It's a flexible LED. So it is a next scenario of the lights. We can use any type of any shape of lights, any decorative. We can use this LED. Challenges of LED adoption. Going to purchase a LED or tube light or any LED street lights. So the initial cost is big. The use of LED lighting has a high initial capital cost when compared to conventional lighting. For example, LED tube light is 400 rupees. We are already using a tube light. Why can we spend the money for 400 rupees again? So again, now we will see the payback period LED. So already I told payback period means you are spending money for the new installation of that tube light or fan or AC. But what is the payback period? So you are consuming and you're getting the energy saving cost every month. So within a period, you can get back the whole money, whole investment. So that is the payback period. So this is the example. Replace 100 numbers of 40 watts fluorescent tube light, conventional tube light by 20 watts LED tube lights. The cost of the 20 watts LED tube light is 400 rupees. The cost per kilowatt hour energy, the energy bill cost is 10 rupees. We are taking the example. Now this is a calculation. The power saving on the each tubeless is 40 watts, 20 watts. Energy saving per day taking 8 hours. So 160 watt hour. The energy saving per month is 160 watt hour into 30 days. So 4.8 kilowatt hour, that is 4.8 units. Total energy saving for the 100 light is 480 units. Energy cost saving per month. Here we are taking the unit cost is 10 rupees. Therefore, 480 into 10 rupees, 4,800 is the monthly energy saving cost. What is the investment? We are invest the money of 400 rupees per tube light. Therefore, for the 100 tube light, we are our investment is 40,000. Our energy cost saving per month is 4,800 paid by this. So we are getting the payback period in the 8 months. Get this. So after 8 months, there no energy bill for your tube light. 3. So in 7 to 8 months, you get back. Okay. So the next one is lighting control. So automatic lighting system we are using very much by using the PIR sensor, occupancy sensor, otherwise timer control. The street light we are using the timer control 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and then photo control switch. Dimmers also used in hospital laboratories. And marking of the light and switch is very, very important to save the energy. So anyone, any unknown person is coming into the room and he wants to switch on. But the switchboard, there is 10 tube, 10 to 20 switches are there. 10 for tube light and 8 for fans and 2 for plug. But he doesn't know which is the correct switch for this light. So that is why we can make the mark in the tube light like this L1, L2, L3, and in the switchboard also we have to mark a label, the sticker L1, L2, L3. So automatically anyone can come and switch on the light, the particular light. Automatically it will go on the switch of the particular light. So energy waste is here controlled. Okay, and when we are using the PIR sensor. This is a library photo. When anyone entering to the rack, so automatically it sends questions and then the tube is will on automatically. And when you go off from this library rack, so automatically it will go off. So automatically we can switch on and off using the PIR sensor. And occupancy sensors we can use in the libraries and then offices and then toilets. So in the daytime, this no problem. So it automatically the light is off. If you are coming and going, automatically control light is always. The night time, Generally, it is in the off condition when one person entering to the office and doing some work, and after finishing, the light will automatically on, and after we went off, so the light will. So for the occupancy sensor, we can control the light, fan, AC, anyone we can. So the smart lighting control also available. So you can make the control by the phone is nowadays available. We can see a video about a smart home. So in the smart home, we can use all the sensor, PR sensor, dimmer. We can get a better experience. Okay. So lighting can use the right light, the right place, the right time. Okay. Then next one is the electrical part. Is jet pump and the compressor pump. We can use the submersible pump. When you use the submersible pump, automatically you can save the 25 to 50% of power saving. Okay, avoid the jet pump and the compressor pump. Use the submersible pumps. So avoid the use of compressor pump and prefer the submersible pump, and avoid using more number of pumps. So we can use the drip irrigation of the gardening, and check any leakage in the taps. So regular maintenance is important, and avoid use of mineral water for washing purpose. This is also very important point here. And use a water level control, automatic water level control. So in the water tank, you have to check the water level, and it will over. Then one man go and off the switch of the motor. But in the automatic water level control, so automatically a level, particular level reaches in the water tank. So electronic valves are used here. Automatically it switch off the. So no water waste here. So no waste power. So automatically the energy will consume. So the refrigerator, so cool food to room temperature before keeping in the refrigerator, and check any leakage the fridge door, and check the functioning of the auto defrost control, and leave enough space between the refrigerator and the walls so that the air can easily circulate around the refrigerator. So that automatically the heat will go off. Don't keep your refrigerator too cold, and cover the liquids and wrap food in the refrigerator, and uncovered foods release moisture and make the compressor harder. And don't open the door of the fridge frequently, and don't leave the fridge door open for the longer time, and use smaller cabinets for storing frequently used items, food items like that. And preferably you can go for the 5-star rated refrigerator. And then washing machine, use the washing machine for the full load, at least 80% of the load, and don't use the dryer in summer. Here also purchase the 5-star rated, that is energy efficient washing machine. Use the optimal quantity of water, and timer facility is very, very important to save the energy. Use the correct amount of the detergent, because more amount of the detergent consumes more water, automatically consumes more power. So avoid hot water. So hot water only you can use for the dirty clothes. And always use the cold water in the cycle. What about the water heater? So in the water heater nowadays, we are using mostly in the solar water heater. So instead of filament water heater, you can go for the solar water heater. So the maintenance is very, very important. Nowadays, in the industries and our institution, we can use the combination of the filament and the solar water heater. In the summertime, there is no problem. Automatically, we can get the hot water from the solar water heater. In the winter season, the solar insolation is less. So in that time, automatically the electric filament water heater will on. So when it reaches the presetted temperature, automatically it go off. So the solar water heater, automatically it increase the temperature of the water. If it is not enough, automatically the filament water heater will on, and we can get the hot water always. Another one, we can optimize the voltage in the transformer. The transformers are normally rated to 415 voltage in the secondary side. If in industries, we can use this. In the HD service, we are having the separate transformer. You can check with your appliances and check the reading. In the night time also, you can take the readings, and then you can check the efficiency of all the appliances, motors, lights, and fan. If it is okay, you can reduce the voltage 410 and check the efficiency again. If it is okay, and go for 405 voltage using the adjusting transform the tape position. Because we are using the tape position, we can adjust the tape position in the transformer, and then check all the efficiency of the lights, fans, and motors. It well and good. You can step down another 5 volts, so 400 volts. Check. So it is a trial and error method. You can reduce the voltage and check your efficiency of the all your electrical appliances. If it is good, you can go for the optimized voltage level. You can consume more energy when you reducing the voltage. Another one important point is we are recommending use energy 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star rated fan, AC, refrigerator, washing machine. And what is the meaning of this Energy Star? The Energy Star rating is given by the Government of India, and Bureau of Electrical Efficiency (BEE) is the authority of giving the Energy Star. It is launched from 2006. So they check all the appliances, refrigerator, washing machine, tube light, AC, air conditioners, transformer, induction motor, pump set, geysers, TV, and then they give the rating to that particular company. Then they can use that label. This is a 3-star or 4-star or 5-star like that. It is an international standard for energy efficient consumer products. Energy Star is the trusted government-backed symbol for energy efficiency, helping us all save money and to protect the environment through the energy efficient products and practices. Nowadays, the energy consumption per year also shown in that label. So energy consumption per year 295 watt-hour per year when you are using this car. I think it is a refrigerator. So in Energy Star label, there are two types of labels are there. One is the comparative label, another one is the endorsement label. The comparative label allows the consumers to compare the energy consumption of the similar products and factor lifetime running cost into their purchasing decision. This endorsement label provides a certification to inform the prospective purchasers that the product is highly energy efficient for its category. The advantages of this energy rating or energy rating labels are they can produce very large energy saving, they can be very cost effective and helpful at limiting energy growth without limiting economic growth. They treat all manufacturers, distributors, and retailers equally. The resulting energy saving are generally assured and verified. They are not only the saving the energy but also save money and improve the product quality. So, how can we conserve the energy? So, in the home, in domestic, I recommending some points here. But in industry, they are consuming more power. Different type of appliances are they are using. So many type of motors they are using. Type of boilers are there. So for that, the energy auditor is very important. So energy auditor and energy manager will do the energy audit for the particular company, and then they produce that report to the management. They are in the energy audit. They can ask the questions for what, why, where we are using, what is the time of using, and they find out the deficiencies, is energy conservation, and they give the recommendation to the management. So depending on the recommendation, we can do the energy conservation and we can do the energy saving. So till now, what is the utilization of energy, electrical energy, we have learned in domestic, industrial, and commercial, and the traction we are using the energy, more energy. And then how can we conserve this energy? In the fan, light, AC, refrigerator, washing machine, the motors. I have given some examples also for the payback period. And then nowadays the smart home is available. You can use the sensors automatically. We can save more power in any area, in the air conditioner, pump, and the AC, fan. Any electrical appliances controlled by the IoT. So IoT also nowadays coming. So IoT based electrical appliance controls also nowadays available. So save energy and save the nation. Oh, thank you, Randall.